in the shop, we had an alternator come in on a Kia Optima 2002, the same one I did in the video, or Hyundai Sonata. Alternator replacement. I did a video some years ago on replacing the alternator in the 2.7 six-cylinder 2002 Kia Optima. People commenting on that job and saying that you don't have to take it through the bottom, you can take it through the top. 2002 Kia Optima alternator. Okay, so this video has a bit of a story to it. I show up at 9, all right? So I'm a closer, and some of the other guys, they come in at 8. I get off at 6, they get off at 5. You see how this works, right? So I show up at 9. My coworker has already got this thing in the air. He's got the knuckle opened up off the tie rod with a pickle fork. He's already got the alternator sort of in there, right? At the time that I show up. So I think to myself, oh, well, this is how you do it, right? Like, you come in through the bottom. That's what the shop is doing here on this job. And this is a 4-cylinder, by the way. This is not the 6-cylinder. So I got some tips for you at the end of this video from what I've learned. But I also found out that one of the big reasons why he's going through the bottom on this vehicle is because he also replaced the CV axle. Yeah, I prefer not. And this is the 4-cylinder. It's the 4-cylinder, not the 6-cylinder. But it's getting an axle too, so. Axle's over here.
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I have my 13, I have my 15,
Broken axle.
you were up on top.
No, yeah, it's easier. New CV axle installed, you know, puts in the new alternator, which was failing, bolts it all up. It's all, wheels are on it, right? It's sitting there running. The battery lights on the dash. We do a battery test. And the alternator that we got from the parts place, rebuilt, remanufactured alternator, was bad. That's right. So here's the first tip for you. Before you attempt this job and the hours that it takes to do this in your yard, and I have some tips on cutting that as well. Make sure that alternator works, man. This is one of those things, sure, you could buy it online. I think I did buy this alternator online and saved some money. And I got a good one, thank God. But, yeah, you go to O'Reilly or one of these places, AutoZone, and buy this part. You make sure they show you, right? I say, I want it tested. I want to see that it's tested and works. This is a big job. I want to risk getting a defective alternator. And they'll do that, right? They'll test it for you right there on the spot. So do that, right? For Kia Alternator take 2. So you got to put another one of these in, because the first one was bad. That's horrible. That's horrible, Cody. You shouldn't have to suffer with such things in your life. Well, there it is. And again, he went through this side because he found this much easier than trying to get all this stuff out of the way and pull it through here, right? That we have a lift. Lift helps. Well, there it is. And again, he went through this side because he found this much easier than trying to get all this stuff out of the way and pull it through here, right? That we have a lift. Lift helps. There you go, Kia Alternator tips. You got to get the vehicle using jack stands and be safe about it. I got some videos on that here on the channel. safely jacking up a vehicle in your yard. Make sure that you get the vehicle high enough off the ground so the control rod is hanging with the tire and the wheel. And then you remove the wheel, right? You remove the hub and you unbuckle, you use a pickle fork and just swing that open. Once you get it off the axle, it just slides right out. Pull the axle, it's not that difficult, all right? And right, once you prep this, you can do this job in under an hour. So, and you know, the guy on the comment before, this is the worst way of doing it. I would challenge you on how long it took you to do it by taking it out the top. Because now the 2002, here's tip number 3. The 2002 from the 2003 may be a little different. I believe it was before 2002 that you've got air conditioning hoses running in the back of the engine, which is in the way, especially with the V6 2.7. These air conditioning hoses are going to cause some interference with you trying to get that alternator through the top. This would be the 4-cylinder. And more power to you, man. Here's the deal. If you can do this job by getting the alternator through the top, you know, that's great. It's just a matter of what is going to be faster and the less headaches, right? My coworker went in through the bottom again, and again he finished this job in under an hour. Lining up the shaft. Just swings open like a door. Piece of cake. So yeah, I know we're in a shop, but once it's off the ground, that's a big part of your work in this, is getting it off the ground, getting it stable to where you can do this job from the bottom with the, you know, not a whole lot of limitations. This is the first time, that video that has almost 150,000 views, there was no other videos on it. This is the first time I attempted a job like this. So now I'm a mechanic, right? Thanks to the YouTube channel, I'm doing this stuff for a living. But hopefully, again, this works for you, and these were some tips that could help you in this job. Thanks for watching. Hey, hit the thumbs up button if this helped in your life, and until next time.
What's the sound you
Don't
want
forget to subscribe, and why not watch another video? Stick around!